Taanshi les amis, hi friends. Today I am making a video on resonance, and so I'll just give you a bit of a background about why I chose this topic. So you know all those pick a card readings where you are asked by the reader to choose a pile that resonates the most with you. Well, I think suffice to say it might be difficult to be able to do that if you're not someone who's um, already had a lot of experience developing their intuitive gifts. So I want to use this video to sort of help people um, better access that resonance and identify signs or signals of that resonance happening within themselves and within yourself. So first, let's start off. What is resonance? Well, in terms of intuitive subjects, mediumship, all that stuff, in my opinion, resonance is really just an intuition. And so what can that look like or feel like? You could have warm and fuzzy feelings. You could feel something in like the pit of your stomach. Your vision could get a little bit blurry. You might hear high-pitched frequencies in your ears, that sort of thing. You might get like creepy crawly feelings on your skin, all that kind of thing. And really what it comes down to is this intuitive feeling manifesting within your body. You can also be someone who gets mental imagery. So for myself, I experience all kinds of resonances or intuitive ways of knowing, but the most prominent for myself is internal visualization. So whenever I do pick a card reading, I will actually see the number in my mind and choose that pile accordingly. So where does this intuition or feeling of resonance come from? Well, it really depends on what you believe in. So whether that's God, Creator, Allah, all of the different Hindu gods and goddesses. It could be like the spaghetti blob or whatever. All these different notion or manifestations of the same notion, which is basically this otherworldly slash universal form of knowing that sort of just energetically interconnects us all, whether we are living or non-living beings. Oh, excuse me. I'm really sick today. So how can we use this inner knowing? Well, for example, pick a card readings is a great option, but also you can use that inner intuition or feeling of resonance when you're faced with a difficult decision, or you're struggling to find sort of your way or your path forward in life and that sort of thing. Or maybe someone's not telling you the truth, or further clarity in general for your situation is needed. So really like choosing things that resonate deeply with you in a positive way are great indications that you are on the right path and you're on track to achieving your your soul's highest purpose and that sort of thing. And finally, why is it useful? Well, as I just said, it'll help you find your soul's highest purpose, but also it can actually make life really fun. I think it's absolutely hilarious when people try to lie to me, and I have like that pit in the stomach feeling, and I'm like, yeah, sure. All right, you do that then. Or if I pick up a book and all of a sudden I get like really warm and fuzzy feelings, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this makes total sense. Or I might be walking down the street and looking into a store and realizing I'm having major deja vu because I dreamt about it another time. So there's all these different ways that you can use these skills. And finally, I guess as I was doing this video, I realized, well, how do you develop this resonance within yourself and other people and in the universe? And one of my elders, Geraldine McManus, told me something that changed my life forever. And it was literally one word. It was one freaking word. And it was listen. Listen to what your heart is saying. Listen to the way that your body responds to certain situations or all situations, whether it's positive or negative, and act accordingly. Listen to nature around you. See how it's functioning and notice whether or not it is doing so the way that it's meant to or if something's disrupting it. Listen to the people around you. Are they saying positive things? Are their actions uplifting you? Are the way that they're interacting with you leaving you feeling uplifted and supported? Or are these people having you ignore your inner voice and forcing or causing situations where you don't listen to your inner voice anymore? And obviously, it's easy to say, well, just listen and everything, but really, the way that I've developed my inner listening, if you will, is just any, hmm, whenever I have been faced with a very high tension situation or a situation that really triggers me emotionally, I will literally take 10 seconds and just sit and figure out where the emotion is coming from and why I'm so sensitive to what's being brought up. And that's a form of listening because your mind is just sort of taking a non-judgmental stance and being like, okay, well, this is how you feel. This is where it's coming from. What do you want to do about it? And arguably this concept is basically a form of mindfulness, but I definitely think there's something else to be said about the the phrase listen, and the instruction listen, because a lot of the teachings that I have received from elders, from fellow community organizers, and spiritual practitioners is that um, listening allows you to step outside of yourself and foster greater empathy. It's an act of humility because you're not listening just to speak. You're actually listening to understand the other person or people that are talking to you and trying to communicate with you. And especially in this society, that's something that's not very prioritized. In fact, I would argue that it's actively stifled and deemed incorrect or um, lesser in comparison to sort of the selfishness and the arrogance that um, our economy and the workforce requires of everyone to participate in. So yeah, listen. Um, it's one word, but I think it's very powerful. And I think if you take the time to just sort of sit with that concept and maybe even do like a word map or a word dump, I should say, just write down all the associated words that you can think of that come up in your mind when you think of the term listen. You'll have a really great idea of how that relates to your intuition and how you can best use your intuition for yourself and to help other people. So anyways, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. I feel very blessed to be reaching out to people on these subjects. It's stuff that I think about literally every single day, and try to practice as best I can in the best way possible. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. I'm going to do my best to do a video a week. Also, I don't know if you can see, but I'm wearing this awesome t-shirt. It's like the Wu-Tang Clan symbol, but it was actually the design was created or co-created with Danielle Morrison and one of her friends. Danielle is an amazing human being. She just graduated from law school and she started her own t-shirt company. So I'm going to post the link in the description box below so that you can check out her merch. I think there's going to be like a second round of t-shirts coming out soon. But yeah, definitely check her out. She's doing like amazing things. And then also these earrings are by Bruno Henry. I got them at like an Indigenous knowledge conference last year, and I get so many compliments on these. I don't know if he has a website, but he might be on Instagram. Either way, if I find more information, I'll put it in the description along with the t-shirt link. And just so you know, this is not sponsored. I just simply love supporting Indigenous designers and creators and makers and all that stuff because their work inspires my own art and my own intuitive practice. Anyhow, I will see you next time, and thanks for stopping by.